are really going to do it, they don't feel guilty at first, but then in the long run, they do begin to feel guilty.
How many single women said they do feel guilty, Katrina?
47.
This was getting into the Colbys, I felt like. We were moving in, that somebody was going to come in and take the child and move away. I had no idea. All right, Katrina's saying 47. Gene, what do you think, higher or lower, sir?
Bill, you're gonna have to hit that question to me again now. After all that, I can't.
When you think about, okay, we surveyed 100 single women who are dating a married man, and we asked them, when you think about your boyfriend's wife, do you feel guilty? How many single women said they do feel guilty?
Well, I don't think they'd feel guilty just for the fact that they're going with a married man. I'd say that number is going to be lower.
You're going lower?
Lower than 47.
You're going lower?
Lower than 47.
Some cases, I think the guy's wife may feel guilty for the other girl, depending on what's going on. Anyway, the actual number of single women who feel guilty when they think about their boyfriend's wife is 35. It is lower.
All right.
It is lower.
All right.
Gene, we're going over here. Here's your base card. You can change it if you like. We got a 5.
Let's go higher, Bill.
You're going higher?
Let's go higher.
He's going higher than a 5. We've got a
10.
You want to freeze?
Freeze.
Okay. Gene knows the drill. He freezes here. He protects his position. And realizing if he makes a mistake, Katrina would have got a free shot at the cards, and we know what this lady will do with the cards if she gets to them. So, here's our second question. It goes to you, Gene. We surveyed 100 United States congressmen in Washington, D.C., and we asked them, do you think that President Reagan's Star Wars program will create a safer world? How many U.S. congressmen said that Star Wars will create a safer world?
Well, our congressmen make our laws, and I think that the congressmen today, the way with the nuclear war and with the nuclear bombs and everything, I think that it's a step forward. I think our congressmen are going to go with that idea, and I'd say the number is going to be 62 congressmen.
62. Katrina, higher or lower?
Lower. I think that number's going to be just a little lower.
62.
Yeah.
Okay, lower than 62. I'm going borderline. I'm going to kick in around 50. We'll see. There's a lot of debate about this. The actual number of congressmen who said Star Wars will create a safer world is 36. It is lower. Significantly lower, too. Katrina, your first shot at the board. Here's your base card. We've got a 7.
Change that card.
I don't blame you. Let's change that 7. We've got a jack.
All right. Lower.
Lower than a jack. An 8. Freeze is on stage. No doubt in that lady's mind. She went freeze right there. Okay, back over here. We take a look at our third question for Katrina. We surveyed 100 actors and actresses who appear in daytime soap operas, and we asked them, if nudity were allowed on TV, would you be willing to do a nude scene? How many soap opera stars said they would be willing to do a nude scene?
If they were willing to do a nude scene, I think they would be in another line of work. I think they have good morals about themselves, okay?
Okay.
And they're good guys. I like them, okay?
What's your favorite soap? What's your favorite soap?
Loving and All My Children.
Uh-oh. Ooh, boy. All right. Okay, so you know of what you speak then. All right.
And I think that number's going to be low, approximately 37.
37. Gene, higher, lower?
Well, that's their livelihood. I mean, acting, whether they take their clothes on or off, that's their livelihood. That's their profession. That's how they make their money. I think that number's going to be a little bit higher than 37.
A little bit higher than 37. The actual number of soap opera stars who would be willing to do a nude scene is 23. It isn't higher, it's lower. Katrina knew it.
Change that card.
I was on my way to do that. That 8 now becomes a 5.
Higher.
Higher than a 5. We've got a 4. Not higher. We go back. Okay, Gene, you get a free shot at the cards. Have to play off the 10.
Let's go lower, Bill.
Going lower than a 10. We've
4.
got a 4.
Let's go higher, Bill.
Going higher than a 4. We've got a 6.
Let's go for it. Let's go higher, Bill.
Higher than
Come
a 6.
on, guys.
This is for game number 1.
Yeah.
It is! Man knows his cards. Good way to play. You've won $100. You've got game number 1 on your side of the board. First contestant to win 2 games, they win the match. They go on to the money cards. We're going to be back with more card sharks right after this. Welcome back, everybody. Let's see. Lacey's already dealt out the cards for our second game right now. As always, champions are always under a lot of pressure right now. Gene, our challenger, ahead by 1 game. Katrina's got to win this game to stay in it. So this is an important game for her. And, of course, we're going to start this one out with our audience polling question. We've got our 10 young ladies. They're between the ages of 14 and 16. They were selected before we went on the air. There they are. Oh, yeah. You can see a lot of orthodontry in that group. Look at that. Give me those smiles. Good-looking group of girls. Here we go, Gene. This question's for you. Before the show, we asked these 10 teenage girls, when you go out on a date, do you have a curfew? How many of these 10 girls have a curfew?
Boy, look at how pretty those girls look over there.
Ooh.
I'd have to say, being as young as they are, their parents are going to probably discipline them pretty well. So I'd say, number 1, the curfew is going to be about 11 o'clock. And number 2, there's probably 9 out of those 10 girls that have a curfew.
9 out of 10.
9 out of the 10.
Katrina, can you think back when you were 14? Did you have a curfew?
Be home by 11.
Uh-oh. You had a strict mom?
Yes.
Right
and
there.
Dad, yes, yes. It was more so on Dad's side, though.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Made your dates wear Velcro gloves? Right? Yeah.
No. Looking at the 10 young ladies, they seem to be pretty young. And parents now are a little more protective with the way things are out now. I think the number is higher. All of them have
higher.
All of them have
Higher.
a curfew.
You realize, of course, you know, if Gene has hit this number right on the head, he wins $100, and the young ladies get to share $100. So this is important. I'm not in this ballpark. I have 3 sons, but only because I have 3 sons. If they were my daughters, I would never let them out, I can assure you. Anyway, the actual number of these girls who have a curfew is 8. It is not higher, it is lower. It is lower. Where are the 2 that don't have the curfew? Let me see the 2 that, ooh, look right there. Let me see. Now, you just come in anytime you want?
No, not really.
What?
I mean, we can't be out till 4 or something.
What's a fair number for you? What do you think? What time are you in on a date?
12 or 1.
12 or 1 o'clock? Nice. Good girls. Good girls. Good to have. Okay, listen, let's 12 or 1. That's a wonderful number. Have a seat, ladies. Thank you very much. Let's go over here right now. Gene, here's your card. You got a queen.
All right, let's go lower.
Lower than a queen. A 5.
Go higher, Bill.
Higher than a 5. Oh. Ooh. I'm glad you didn't get your card, because last time you pounded the platform and almost broke it in half because you're so strong. We go over here right now. Katrina, let's take a look at this. You have to play off this right now. It's an 8.
Oh.
Right in the middle.
Lower.
It's right in the middle. Lower than an 8. Good call. 3.
Okay, higher.
Higher than a 3. An 8. Lower than an 8. A 3. Higher. And she's right. She's tied it up. She did it. Whoa. Way to do it. Way to do it. Terrific. You won $100. You've tied it up. All right, we got to go to the tiebreaker right now, and because it is the tiebreaker, we play that with, it's a 3-card game, maximum of 3 questions. The young ladies right over here are getting the board ready. Let's get right to it. Here's our first question in the tiebreaker. It goes to you, Katrina.
Okay.
We surveyed 100 divorced men who are paying alimony to their ex-wife, and we asked them, if the law did not require it, would you pay alimony to your ex-wife anyway? How many men said they would pay alimony to their ex-wife even if they didn't have to?
Something would have to be wrong if he did. Okay? So that number is gonna, if he had to pay alimony, even if the law didn't say he had to pay
How many
it,
would you think now, Katrina?
23.
23. You're all right, Gene?
That number's got to be a lot higher, Bill. I'm going to go a lot higher than 23.
You're going a lot higher than 23. The actual number of men who would pay alimony to their ex-wife, even if they didn't have to, is 25. Is just a little bit higher, but it is higher.
Woo!
Here we go, Gene. Let's take a look at this card. You got a jack.
Let's go lower, Bill.
Lower than a jack.
No, no!
Ooh. Back over here, Katrina. You're playing off this deuce.
Higher!
Higher than a deuce. A 6.
Higher!
You're going for it.
Yes!
Higher than a 6 if she is right. It is the match. It is! Champ repeats. Champ repeats. Well, way to go. Congratulations. Listen, Gene, you were an able opponent. Thank you so much. We've got $100 for you. It's the nice prizes backstage. Come on over here, Katrina. This lady's going back to the board. She's going to play the cards. She wants to win a lot of money. I want to see her win a lot of money. I hope you do. We'll be right back. Listen, we've run out of time. Katrina's going to take a shot at the money cards tomorrow when we come back. Ooh, real quick reminder, next week our audience poll question will include models. So you guys at home, get your binoculars out, clean your glasses, join us then. On behalf of Lacey Pemberton, Susanna Williams, I'm Bill Rafferty. Gene Wooden's over there. Here's Katrina, our champ. We will see you tomorrow on Card Sharks. Join us, please.
Now, play along with your favorite shows on GSN and get reward points with GSN Rewards, powered by My Sony. Log on to gsn.com and sign up and play. Win points you can redeem for savings on cool Sony stuff. All games, all the time. GSN, the network for games.
Lingo presents the ABCs.
A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z.
Now that you know your ABCs, won't you come and watch Lingo with me? Lingo, coming up next on GSN.